The search continues for a missing man at the Red River Gorge.
An overturned tanker truck hauling thousands of gallons of gasoline led to a major cleanup effort out here along Interstate 64. We'll have the latest on that traffic impact coming up.
And a federal lawsuit has been filed after a Kentucky deputy sheriff allegedly shackled 2 elementary school children with disabilities. We'll have the details.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. More than 100 people are searching for a camper. He's been missing for a day and a half.
Rescue crews say 31-year-old Josh Adkins from Richmond went missing from the Coomer Ridge campground last night. Police say Adkins does have some mental illnesses. WKYT Sam Smith is in Wolfe County. It's our top story at 4:30.
Crews have been searching for Josh Adkins since Sunday morning. Today, resources kept pouring in to aid in the search. His family says that they were all out here camping, and when it came time to leave, they say he didn't want to go. So he ran away into the woods Saturday night. Search crews reported to this area the following morning and have been looking for him ever since. They have a lot of ground to cover here, searching a 5-mile radius from where he was last seen. His family is remaining optimistic during this tough time. They say he suffers from a mental illness, and they want people to know that he is not dangerous and is okay to approach. More than a dozen agencies from all over the state of Kentucky have reported to help out in this search. In Wolfe County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Right now, crews are using air, scent dogs, and even drones to help in that search. We are coming off a beautiful weekend with sunny skies, but it looks like we're in for some rain possibly this week.
It was a very nice weekend, but cooler air moving in with that rain. Let's check in now with our meteorologist, Jim Caldwell. Hey, Jim.
Hey, guys, you are right. We're going through some changes out there. It all starts over the next 24 hours, really, because that's when our rain chances really ramp up. We look to our planner, and you can kind of see what's happening here. Chances of showers, thunderstorms will start to increase again as we go into the day tomorrow. But outside right now, we're not tracking any of that at the moment. There you see just the blue skies generally throughout the entire area. It has been a pretty nice start to the work week. A little more on the humid side compared to what we had this weekend, because we virtually didn't have any humidity out there. You didn't notice it. Today, it's kind of hanging around with us. We're looking at Defender now and our temperatures. We're in the upper 80s in Lexington, tracking showers and storms that are located just to our north. These look like they're going to miss us just northeast. They might try to evolve a little bit, which would mean some of the folks out in northeastern parts of Kentucky and into eastern Kentucky could see some of that activity spill over. But again, the majority of it will stay away, but we all won't be that lucky all week long. We'll take a closer look at all those storm chances coming up for you here in just a few minutes.
Jim, thank you. A tanker crash in Montgomery County tied up traffic for hours on Interstate 64 this morning.
The fuel tanker overturned just before 7 this morning west of Mount Sterling. It caused both eastbound lanes to close while crews worked to remove the truck. One lane is still closed. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is near the scene with the latest.
A busy and at times tense morning out here for first responders in Montgomery County as they work to drill a hole in that loaded overturned tanker truck. The crash happened around 7 o'clock this morning, closing at least one lane of traffic for several hours. The tanker just filled up in Lexington before heading east, holding around 1,000 gallons of diesel and nearly 8,000 gallons of gasoline. Luckily, response teams say none of that made its way out of the tank. The initial plan was to find the valve in the tanker and offload it all that way. However, crews could not get to that valve. Kentucky State Police describe it as a very dangerous job drilling into the metal surrounded by fuel, with one spark potentially creating a disaster. For that reason, both eastbound lanes near mile marker 107 closed while crews drilled into that tank. Police are still trying to figure out what caused the driver to go off the roadway in the first place. We are told he was unconscious when first responders got out here to the scene and then rushed to UK Hospital.
There was no visible injuries on him, but he couldn't answer any questions, or he's slightly combative, so that could have been signs of a head injury.
Now, along with offloading that more than 8,000 gallons of fuel, crews also had to work to clean up some diesel and oil that leaked from the cab itself. In Montgomery County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
At last check, the driver was listed in critical condition.
An Eastern Kentucky doctor has died after a weekend motorcycle accident. Today, the Floyd County Coroner's Office identified that man as Dr. Anthony Paul Keene. He was a doctor at Pikeville Medical Center. The accident happened on Sunday near Branham Creek. Police say that Dr. Keene lost control of his motorcycle in a curve and was ejected. He was wearing a helmet. A federal lawsuit has been filed against a Northern Kentucky deputy sheriff. It alleges the deputy shackled 2 elementary school children, causing pain and trauma. The video shows Kenton County Deputy Sheriff Kevin Sumner locking handcuffs around a child's biceps and forcing his hand behind his back. The lawsuit says an 8-year-old boy and a 9-year-old girl have ADHD and other special needs. Both children were being punished for behavior related to their disabilities. The American Civil Liberties Union, the Children's Law Center, and Dinsmore and Scholl filed the lawsuit on the children's behalfs. An Eastern Kentucky mother is in jail in Lexington accused of shoplifting with her children. Police arrested Lavesta Reisner of Salyersville at Fayette Mall. Police say that she stole more than $800 worth of items from J.C. Penney, and they say she had the help of her 2 children. Reisner faces several charges, including endangering the welfare of a minor. The family of a Clay County man sentenced to mandatory life in prison for illegally distributing prescription pills is speaking out. Terry Smith's conviction was a first for this state. A federal judge sentenced Smith to mandatory life for illegally distributing oxycodone that caused the death of Patty Smallwood. Her sister says that Terry Smith shouldn't be behind bars for her sister's death.
They're holding a man over there for murder and giving him a life sentence and a day for my sister's murder. He did not, by no means, hurt my sister.
Amber's at the live desk now with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on what she's working on for tonight at 6 on this story. Amber?
Sam, thank you. Pretty compelling for these folks to come forward and want to talk. This story actually unfolded after you went to Terry Smith's sentencing about a week and a half ago, right?
Yeah, he started calling me from the Grayson County Detention Center, which is where he's being held before he was sent on to federal prison, and he wanted to tell his story, so we recorded an interview with him over the phone, and he says that he and Patty Smallwood were great friends and that he had absolutely nothing to do with her death.
So you talked to him, and then you found yourself on your way to Clay County for what?
Right, we basically went down to the center of this federal case, which is a trailer park there that he had owned, and now his daughter is running it, and we talked to her, and then you also saw that we talked to Patty Smallwood's sister, who had an interesting take on the events.
This is one of those cases you kind of talked about autopsies and when things like this happen. There was no autopsy in this particular case.
And that's what's interesting, Amber. That's also a first for prosecutors in the Eastern District for this to have no autopsy and a conviction of mandatory life. So a first in a lot of ways with this case, and that's why I think it's important that we take a look at it.
All right, we're going to hear much more tonight coming up at 6, right? All right, Miranda, thank you. Sam?
Amber, thank you. The Red Cross is asking you to roll up your sleeves, literally. They need help filling up the blood supply. As children get ready to go back to school, the Red Cross is asking for anyone who's willing to donate blood. Today, they held a summer blood drive at the Campbell House in Lexington. They gave away admission to Kings Island and free large pizzas. The Red Cross says it's especially important to give now because donations do go down during the summer months when the students are on break.
And we cater to them a lot. We cater to the high school students and the colleges. And since we don't have that going right now, it's extremely important that we collect blood. Extremely important. We're about at the urgent need, but not at this point. But we're very close to it.
The Red Cross says the blood supply also gets dangerously low during the winter months. I can't wait. Football season right around the corner, and fans will get to see the new Commonwealth Stadium.
And our Deanne Stevens is out and about with more on how you can get pumped up for the season this weekend as a UK fan at UK Fan Day. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys, from Commonwealth Stadium. Patrick Tolles here, our UK quarterback, giving me a few tips, and Boom Williams, on doing a little throwing here. We're getting ready for game day, but first we got to have Fan Day here at UK, and that's this coming Saturday. You guys, this has to be probably one of your favorite days of the whole year is Fan Day, because you get to meet all those kids and families that are going to be here all season cheering you on.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, it's a time that we can really see the excitement of these kids, and you know, for me, guys like me and Boom, you know, this is what it's all about. You know, what we can do to really have relationships with people in the fan base that are going to be sitting in these stands, and we're excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You said you've been a UK fan all your life, and you are living out your dream right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to like a ton of fan days. Like when they were here, you know, before when Coach Brooks was here, you know, I was here being a fan, you know, getting autographs from Mike Hartline, and now I'm here, you know, sitting in the chair. So it is a change of pace for me, but it's a dream come true.
And Boom, for you, Mr. SEC's best hidden secret. Talk a bit about that and having the fans out here. You're going to sign a few autographs on Saturday too?
You know, it's just a great opportunity to, just like Toll said, just come out here and be able to put some smiles on some family and kids' faces. And, you know, it's just excitement that we're looking forward to, and them being able to come and watch the practice, being able to see the hard work that we put in that they normally don't get to see. So so that'll be exciting, being able to give them a little preview of what's going to be happening this season. With the new offense and things like that.
Yeah, let's talk about that new offense. What does this mean for you and you, Patrick, as well?
Well, Coach Dawson has done a great job of coming in and inserting the offense and getting everybody focused on the things that he wants us to do. And the main thing that he preaches is just go out and do what we do, execute. And once we do those things, it'll put us in the best position to score points and at the end of the game, in the best position to win.
And in the best position to bring home a UK bowl game, right? Is that what we're hoping for this year?
At least, you know, I was telling people at the women's clinic, we plan on winning every game we play. You know, people ask me, you know, hey, is the goal 6 wins? The goal is not 6 wins. You know, the goal is to go 15-0 and win the national championship. And you know, we feel like we've got talent. You know, we want to get to Atlanta with the SEC championship, and we feel like we can do that. And you know, Coach Stoops has got the coaches in place with Coach Dawson. You know, our spring was the best spring we've had here in a long, long time, and I'm throwing the ball great, and we're excited to chalk it up on Friday and see where we're at.
All right, and we're excited to see you guys on Saturday. Don't forget Fan Day, right? Actually, it's not here. It's at Nutter Fieldhouse. And then here in a few weeks, you too have a special invite to join the University of Kentucky Wildcats on game day in their brand new home. Isn't this place magnificent, guys?
It's wonderful. It's beautiful.
You're super excited to play in it too, aren't you?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
All right, come cheer on our University of Kentucky Wildcat football team. Saturday is Fan Day, 9 a.m., and it is free. Love you guys. Back to you all. Thank you. Let's get back to throwing. Let me see what you got here, Boom. Let me see what you got. As he throws it to Patrick, because I have a mic in my hand. Here we go.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Just relax out there. Woo! There we go.
A private burial was held actually in New Jersey this afternoon for Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown's daughter.
Her casket arrived in a procession at about 1, followed by a graveside service. Bobby Christina Brown was remembered during a memorial service in Atlanta over the weekend. She was buried next to her late mother. 22-year-old Bobby Christina died in hospice care last week, 6 months after she was found face down in a bathtub in her Atlanta home. Authorities continue to investigate the circumstances around her death.
Had quite a treat this weekend with the weather being so nice out there. This morning, I had some rain. I slept late, so by the time I got up, it looked like it had rained.
Yeah, and then this afternoon, a little warm out there, Jim, but it is summertime, right?
It is summertime, and it's August. That's right. We're in what would be considered the hottest portion of the summer. You get through parts of July and into early August, that's what you run into. So getting up close to 90 degrees, that's not a major surprise. What we're tracking out there on Defender here this afternoon, showers and thunderstorms up the road, though. Watching them very closely because they try their best to throw a little energy back out toward the southwest, and they're traveling this way. If that happens, they could try to throw a few showers and thunderstorms in our direction. So we'll be watching them very closely here in the coming hours. With our hour-by-hour forecast, though, it's not picking up on that development. Watch what happens. It takes that cluster mainly through northern parts of Kentucky and southern Ohio, and really never has any impact on us. But we will get our fair share of rain chances, guys, coming up over the next few days. I'll have more on that as the evening wears on.
All right, Jim, thanks so much. A recovery tweet, a very cranky critter, and a police officer's encounter with a skunk. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
It is a big 2 thumbs up for George H.W. Bush. Look at that. The 91-year-old former president recovering from a fall and a broken neck bone in his summer home in Maine. He tweeted a new picture to his 177,000 followers saying, "Who knew jumping out of planes was safer than getting out of bed? Thanks to all of you for your kind get well wishes." The elder Mr. Bush is expected to make a full recovery.
That's a great picture to see, by the way. All right, move over, Grumpy Cat. The internet now has another cantankerous but cute face to look at, belonging to a 5-month-old puggle. That's a cross between a pug and a beagle. Earl, the grumpy puppy, is named for the less than amused expression his pet parents say he so often makes. The Iowa pup has gained thousands of new followers on social media. Well, I think he's kind of cute.
Yeah, I like that. A puggle. Caught on camera, a Michigan police officer helps a baby skunk out of a tight spot, but he nearly gets sprayed for his trouble. This happened yesterday in the Detroit suburb of Rochester. The officer stopped to help a small skunk that got its head stuck in a discarded yogurt container. He carefully pulls the trash off the critter's head, then jumps out of the way as the unhappy skunk tries to spray him. Fortunately, the skunk is a juvenile and doesn't have his stinking spraying powers fully developed yet. It's a good reminder, though, to pick up litter wherever you see it, especially food containers that can attract some hungry animals. He is very lucky because if those things get a hold of you and spray you, you are a mess.
Yeah. He's a good Samaritan for sure, for trying to help out
try.
anyway. All right, stick with us. Here's what we're working on for you now at 5 o'clock.